Hello there! In this video I'm going to recard this number 9 R2D2 and I'm going to put him on this VC149 card back to give me and what we should have had really probably as a clean R2 in there. They gave us a dirty one, very sandy, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's actually a really good looking figure. So this video is a bit of everything. If you stay tuned, you'll see me open this and I will review him, naturally. I will recard him in there. And also, let's have a little chat now about this figure. When I first saw publicity shots, I thought, my God, it looks like it could be a Dagobah Artoo, you know? He was so dirty. He is heavily weathered. I mean, he's more so than you'd expect for just the sands of Tatooine, but do you know what? He looks good. I don't actually own an R2 that's weathered like that anyway. Not as good as that anyway. But really, it would have been nice to have had a clean R2 on the card because, well, he's clean on the card. But anyway, doesn't matter. What I will do is show you how, if you want to customize, you can do that, which is a good opportunity for you if you're following me on my channel to show you again how I open figures. I can't stress enough how you can, well, I use a real, it's got to be thin, it's got to be sharp. Take care, little one. Younglings, go and get an adult's help. Okay? Yeah? Good. All right, let me just pan to the left now for a minute. Now this is, I'm going to let you into my current dilemmas in life. I bought two R2s because I knew I wanted to open one and keep one carded. But just to let you in on a little bit of, I'm going down the dark path, ladies and gentlemen, because I was staring at these two. One was from Star Action Figures. The other was from Dark Side Toys. And I was looking at them both thinking, they're different. I keep some variants. I've been keeping multi-language cards and I've been keeping single pill cards. I didn't think I'd be keeping two of these type. Now they are different, but just barely. That one has that in it. That one doesn't. One's a US, one's a European, basically. And that's what I'm saying. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm buying now 3. That one's for me to open, because I definitely want him open. Because I want to firstly do this recard jobby. And also I want this guy loose. It'd be awesome to have that next to my vintage 3PO. I won't bore you with, I've already done a 15-minute video on me ripping my hair out on keeping multi-variants, but it turns out I'm not alone. I've had a lot of feedback from people who do the same. I'll show you the back of them as well. They are different, you see. So, I am not alone. No, I'm not alone at all. Controversial using Michael Jackson there. Anyway, should I move on? Alright, so if you'd like to see me open this and recard it, join me. Okay, here's part 3. So you just got to get under, on vintage cards, there's always a gap there. There's no seal, so you can just get under there and just get the knife under and keep it so that the knife is adjacent to a 90-degree angle to the card back. Underneath, get under like that and pivot. Pivot! Pivot! So I'll just shut up. Twist up. The sharpness really does help the incision and makes it clean. Takes it away clean. Now this is where you've always got to watch it, I find. This is where you've got to keep it going round at an L shape, 90 degrees. Because sometimes it can come away and not cleanly. Can you see what I'm doing? Now, if you're wanting to know why I'm even doing this, oh, sugar. Look at this. That wasn't clean, but it doesn't matter. I'm near the end of the job now. Look at that. That's what I mean. That rip there can sometimes happen here. That's fixable. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Even if I get a bit of felt tip to colour it in or something. But that ain't clean, man. That ain't a clean cut. That is what I've been trying to say when you're going around the corners. It's come away and it's stuck to the plastic. And it's ripped. The rip is longer than the seam or the line where the plastic meets the card. But I think we'll be alright, man. Now that is what's causing hassle to a lot of people. I spoke to a mate of mine on the phone yesterday and I told him about the paper slip and how a lot of people hate that and stuff, and he said he didn't even notice it, and I didn't really notice it. Now it's been brought to my attention. That's probably why I'm keeping 2 of these now. I've got one with and without because I couldn't make a decision which one do I keep, which one don't I keep, so I'm keeping them I'm keeping them bloody both now. Anyway, out comes R2. Yeah, there he is. Yes, I did sniff the figure then, if you wondered where he went. I always sniff the figures. Sniff the freshness. Get him because he's fresh, man. You can't beat the smell of a fresh figure. And let's go in and have a look at him. Well, there you go. He looks exactly the same as he was, you know, when you saw him inside the packaging. But tell you what, look at that. That's very nice. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut there, have a look at him, see what he does, and then we'll review him and then recard the other. Boom. It's nice that we've got this R2 anyway. Like, I've always wanted this card back, and he's dirty, he's Tatooine style. He'll go very nicely with the Jawa when he comes out. Just got him rotating here for a minute, and I'm going to show you what he can do with his articulation. Doesn't do as much as the VC, whatever it was. The Jedi, the sail barge R2 does a lot more in terms of gizmos and accessories. So he rotates completely around. There's no ticking or anything like that. He does this, so he can sort of, you know, move, well, when he's rolling. When he's standing, this, I think there's some R2s, if you rotate the head, the third leg goes inside him, but this one doesn't. You just have to pull it out. It's one of those types of R2s. Any astromech fans out there. And the articulation is there, so when he's pivoting, when he's on his tiptoes, looking through. Great R2, really nice. Lovely. Apparently he's a repack of something I wasn't aware. I don't collect enough astromechs to know the history of where this comes from. But there you go. They could have just repacked the one that was the previous vintage collection one. The number escapes me for now. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I really wanted to say. He's got wheels underneath him as well, so you can roll if you want to roll him. Do you know what? I might just get him standing without the thing in the middle, so he can stand nice and tall on here for you. There he is. Nice. Look at that. It's nice. It's actually lovely weather, and I like it. The publicity shots did not do it justice. Very nicely painted. I like that. So ultimately, to have this figure loose, this is just such a win-win situation for me. Me recarding these R2s and doing this video, because this is just an ultimate brilliant R2. I've always wanted to have one like this loose, and I'm going to put him next to a vintage collection C-3PO, like I said before. Just brilliant. Very nice. I like that R2 a lot. I've got so many different R2s, but not one like that. That's great. Now the next part of this video, I'm going to be recarding this one. So, do you know what? I'm not going to mess around. You want to see opening figures? That is opening a figure. That's how you do it. Like that. Boom! So, I'm going to cut now. I'm going to take him out. He comes with these things here. I don't think I'm going to be able to include those accessories in this card back, because I'm going to put him inside the internal bubble. So, unfortunately, the Attack of the Clones thing will have to go. Keep it strictly original trilogy anyway. Alright, join me in a minute. Yeah, I can't even speak. Join me in a minute. Boom. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm back. Just before I recard him, I'm going to review this R2. A lot of people I know have been moaning about this R2, saying how rubbish it is, but it's not that bad. You know, how many things does R2 do apart from just stand there and roll? You know, he's got those accessories if you want to recreate the Attack of the Clones scene, the droid factory, but you know, he's quite a nice looking R2, and he is an example of an R2 when you pivot his head. I'll show you that in a sec. His third leg goes inside. Here he is, let me show you. So, the one thing about him is he's kind of warped. Can you see how his legs skirt out like that? They're sort of bent like that. Go like that. Don't know why that is. This one doesn't do that. He stands nice and straight. His legs are very straight. Compare those two like that, see? Anyway, he's going to look awesome on a card back. I know this. I haven't said. Have I mentioned Tim from Bosk's Bounty? He said a long time ago that he was going to do this. He may have even featured it in a video, but he has definitely done it already. He sent me a picture and it looks awesome. But I had the same idea anyway of doing it. So so here's my video on that. If you turn his head, rotate, his legs are gone. That's good, that so his head actually finishes looking dead ahead. Pivot that way and turn it that way. It's like that. There you go. So he doesn't have any accessories. There's nothing here that flips out. There's no extra trimmings. Tampoco with this one here. Neither with that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm going to put him inside a card back now. So if you just bear with me, I'm going to do it right in front of you. So I'm going to fit him in like that. There we are. That will do. Simple job, ladies and gentlemen. In it goes. Boom. But the job isn't finished, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to Pritt stick it. Can I just stress that Pritt stick is an awesome way to go when you are recarding stuff. The first thing you think of when you think about, say, gluing something like this or car back to, is super glue or something like that, don't you? Well, I certainly did. Super glue is a very dangerous thing to use when you're putting card backs and things together, especially when you've got a bubble that you're putting onto a custom card back. If you don't have an adhesive of any kind, I want to use super glue, and it's fine, it does work, but if you smear it, because it's like a liquid, if it dribbles and you like brush it with your finger, you'll have this horrible permanent smear. So it's not like water, you can just wipe it away, but you've got to be very careful with that. But the thing about Pritt stick is you can apply it and then you can just adjust it, because like, see the gap there between the car back and where you can see the incision. When you put Pritt stick on it, you can just sort of very carefully shuffle to your liking and then let it set, just like that. So you get all the lines straight, all aligned, so it's perfect and it looks sealed. And that will look awesome. So if you just bear with me, I'm going to do the Pritt stick myself. I'm not going to bore you or subject you to that. You don't need to see that really. Just apply it on both sides, on the back there, and on this bit here. Close it up, align it, let it dry. Boom! Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and you've got a clean R2D2. Let's have a look at it. Oh, I speak far too fast. Slow down, only one Kenobi, slow down. I'm going to do that now and come back later. Boom. Okay, hello there. So we are done there, ladies and gentlemen. We are done. It's all finished. He's all sealed. I've pressed hard around the seams, and he's in there for good, unless I rip it out. And I'll show you something of what I've fixed that rip that happened, by the way, as well. He looks nice in there. He does look very nice. It's nice to have a clean and two cleans together now. And it's, you know, it's nice to have a variant. It would have been nice if Hasbro had maybe given us that option as well, except we would have been buying even more. We would be having that nightmare buying as much as I am. But anyway, so there I've just got rid of, there was a rip, as you remember. Don't know if you can see it, but what I did was, there's enough light. You can probably just about see the rip actually there. What I did was if ever you get a rip on these cards, you might even know this yourself, if you use a whiteboard pen, any blemishes, if you dab a whiteboard pen, it's got to be a whiteboard pen, I stress, not a permanent pen, because it rubs off anything shiny, doesn't it? So any like rips, or where the bare cardboard is exposed, it'll seep into the ink will seep into that, and you can wipe it away from anything else. Be very careful though, just be very careful. But that worked a treat, so that's fine. It kind of disguised the rip, has it? Not really when I not when I zoom in like that, but to the naked eye from a long way away, it looks a lot better than it did. So I will stop there. Thank you very much for watching that. Any questions, leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video. This is only one Kenobi. Only one.